guys, we're super, super duper excited to have with us two of our founding members. These guys go way, way, way back with me. And in fact, I remember being on a little stage in Memphis, Tennessee, at a conference several years ago. And that's where I first met some of the nicest people you guys will ever want to meet or to know. And that is, ends up being some of the very first people who clicked join when I rolled out what used to be Gay Lisby's $1 Million Arbitrage Edge and has become Amazon Seller Tribe. So everybody, welcome to the webinar tonight, Daisy and Steve Butler.
Hey guys.
That's wild. All right, guys, we appreciate you being on here tonight. So Daisy, you just saw the power of Tribe at work just a few minutes ago, didn't you? When you had to run a little marathon. So tell us what just happened to you just a few minutes ago.
Yes, so as we were just talking, I think maybe hopefully I'm not the only one that's experienced this, and I don't think I have, but we oversold somehow. So I needed an extra product. And so it was in the back of my mind to post that on the marketplace, but fear, which is my middle name, came into play. So I said, oh no, I'm just gonna cancel the order because I can't find it. I was out today roaming, the streets, went to a couple of Walmarts in search of this thing and I couldn't find it. So anyway, so I said, I'm just gonna go on here and I don't know if that's what it's used for, but that's what I did. So I posted on there and got busy doing some other things, and then came back to it and saw all the people in Tribe, different people posting and wanting to help me out. So don't let that don't let fear come in and say, oh no, I don't know, and I don't. Ryan and Sandra, I think.
Yep.
They
Sandra, Ryan, you sell. Yep.
They ended up having one, and so I did. Another thing was I didn't know how would we do that. So that's another issue. But we worked it out, and it's going to be on its way to the customer tomorrow. And so thankful that Gary came up with that.
Yeah. The customer doesn't have any glitch. The customer's going to get it just in the same time they normally would get it. It's just going to actually come from Sandra and Ryan's warehouse instead of your warehouse.
Right.
Yep.
And all because you thought to go on Amazon Seller Tribe Marketplace, which I think is a brilliant idea Gary had, to go, hey, let's get a place here where people could say, hey, I need a online buyer, or hey, I need a RA shopper. Are you interested in being hired for that? Or hey, I got blocked out of these, now I can't sell this ACE and I have 20 of these. Anybody can sell it. I'll sell it to you for cost, whatever. And you thought of that. Hey, I need one of these Legos, this certain Lego.
Right.
What would have happened if you hadn't asked?
I'd have been canceling the order, and that would have affected my ratings.
Yeah. So this is the stupid thing, obviously, is that Amazon's system is not catching up with itself, so that orders do go through before their totals update. And so it has left other sellers just like you in an oversold position. But you had an awesome place to go, because you turned back to Tribe and you said, what if somebody here at Tribe has an extra one on hand? And it turns out Sandra and Ryan had how many?
They had that one.
Just and one.
That's all you needed, right?
Right.
That's all you needed. So I am super proud of you pushing past your fear mentality, which says, oh, I should take care of it myself. I don't want to bother anyone. I don't know what goes on all the time from that perspective, but isn't it kind of you second guess yourself? Should I bother people? Should I say that? was that my fault that it oversold? I should be a better this or that. It's the system that caught you there.
Right.
You push past that, use the marketplace exactly like we set it up for that reason. High five, Gary Ray.
Yes,
Oh,
thank you,
Yay,
Gary.
Woo-hoo.
that's right. So thank you for having that mechanism in place that Daisy and Steve could use it to solve a problem that popped up today. So, and thank you to Sandra and Ryan. They just live up the road from us in Nixa, probably about 25 minutes away. And just great gold lanyard sellers, just great people. They've been through kind of a tough COVID session at their house, but they're pulling out of it just in time. So guys, we're super, super proud of what's been going on in your business. And you guys were, as I said, one of the first 6. There are 6 of you that started out with me that night that have stayed with us consistently. Some have come in and gone out and come in and gone out. Their lives have changed, different things happen. But 6 of you are our original, we call founding members. And you've been with us in Amazon Seller Tribe growing, but something pretty big has started taking place over there now. You guys are on the grow. So tell us about what's happening in your business and what you've been learning that you would credit that happening.
Well, I think, this is our 4th tribe that we've been through. We've been fortunate to be able to go through all of the teaching, and
Yep. Your
our
name's on every
all
one
of
of the
them.
box, isn't it? That's
Yep,
right.
we are. And, the naysayer would say, why do you have to keep signing up? Don't you know everything? But we've heard it said before that we have learned something in every one, and we've been
Every
able to
single one.
perfect the things that we've learned and use them and apply them. And, even though we've been doing this a while, there's not, you can't not learn something.
Right.
And something
Well,
that,
don't you find, I mean, you've been selling long enough to see the changes in Amazon systems too. And it is constantly evolving, it's constantly changing. So for a person to say that this is, okay, that's static information. So you learn it one time, you don't ever need to learn it again. That would be very short-sighted. For you guys, you were like, there's more information, I'm rolling in, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this until I perfect it. I'm going to do this part until I perfect that. And there's so many aspects of the business. People, I think, make the mistake not moving on to perfection. And don't you find that this information is kind of layered, layer upon layer, layer upon layer?
right.
Sure. I mean, there's basic skills that you have to learn, right? Everyone comes in at the tribe at the base level, but you learn every year. I mean, every tribe. You never stop learning. If you ever stop learning, you don't grow, and that affects you. So, regardless of what it is, you got to keep learning. You have to adapt to change. We've seen so much change this year with everything that's gone on. So, yeah, the tribe has been a blessing for us, and I really had in my heart that that it was a place for Daisy to reach out to people, because I was, before COVID, was traveling a lot. And I was like, hey, there's 50, 100, however many people in the tribe that are online most of the time and can answer your questions a whole lot quicker than you texting me, and I'm in a meeting and can't get back to you for 2 hours. And so it's like her lifeline. And, but it's just not take, it's also give. And that's the nice thing about tribe, right? Is everyone contributes, and there's a give and take, just like we saw tonight. It's like, hey, she put the message out, hey, does anyone have this Lego? And we found it, and that was awesome. So thank you to those folks that helped us there.
And and they weren't too busy. I mean, everybody's busy right now, I know.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but for them to, put aside, okay, I've got to help these people, even though, I'm swamped and all that. So
Yeah.
People are very giving in this tribe, always helping.
I marvel at this over and over again. The I don't know exactly all of how this has happened. I really honestly don't. Gary and I talk about this. We're like, just not exactly sure how all this happened. But we have, honestly, the best people on the face of the earth end up, if they're Amazon sellers, arbitrage Amazon sellers, they end up in our tribe. And they're just some of the, I mean, we have people, any one of them, you could say, hey, I'd love to go out to dinner with them. I'd love to get to know them more. I just appreciate how they're running their business and running their lives. And we're really super blessed that way to have a really giving community. And you guys have been a big part of that community, being a big part of that stability and that culture in the community. And we appreciate you for that. I've noticed, Daisy, it's Steve, I think you noticed this too, that Daisy is posting more.
Yeah, she is. She's coming.
Amazon
She's
Seller
coming out.
Tribe.
She's
Probably
growing.
posted
I
more
mean,
Amazon Seller
really,
Tribe the last year.
she has grown a lot, and that was something to say. I've told her. I said, look at where you've come, and she's been running the business quite a lot lately, in the last year mostly. So the success that we've had has been mostly her. I mean, I haven't been sourcing like I was. I have kicked it in high gear in the last few weeks, which we've seen some good numbers, but it really comes down to that. I mean, what you put in your business, you get out. And we like to travel, we like to enjoy life, and so we don't necessarily push the envelope all the time. And so we kind of we have the mentality of we want to work as much as we want to work, and that's the business we do. And so we could be gold lanyard sellers. I put this in a post to Gary, and I know we're not because we haven't put in effect some of the additional things that we need to do. And that's just a choice that we've made. Not that the training doesn't work, because it's there. You just follow the blueprint and you can have that. So I appreciate what you and Gary have done, and everybody that supports you behind the scenes, with Nathan and the group that runs the websites and all that. I mean, it's a team effort, and you guys really put on quality material that will help anybody that wants to grow their business. And so I know I've referred a few people in. I've got some other new people. I'm helping a new guy get started. He was over at the house the other day and didn't really know what all we did, and his wife was unable to come, and he was really intrigued. And so he's got his account set up. He's starting to get inventory lab and all this stuff. And so I'm going to be referring him to Tribe. He's kind of starting on a shoestring, but I'm like, hey, you need to get in on Tribe. So
get in there. So you've hit on something that's kind of interesting. We really do need to design our lives, especially when we get to our ages, right? Where our kids are grown, and so we're like, how do we really want to live our lives? You're still working full-time job, right, Steve? Is that
that's
my
correct.
understanding? A little bit more from home than you used to.
Pretty much.
And so COVID has changed that a little bit, but you used to do a lot of traveling. And you both used to do a lot of traveling for pleasure as well. You guys enjoyed that. COVID has kind of shut that down a little bit. So you were like, hey, why not make some money, huh?
Right.
Got to stay at home. Why not make some money while I'm doing it? Right.
Yep.
But you really have been very purposeful about designing your life and saying, what kind of life do I want to lead? I don't want the tail wagging the dog. I want the dog wagging the tail, right? But even within that, and the things that have taken place in your business, and the kind of growth that has taken place personally inside of Daisy, in her mind, getting over that kind of fear-based mentality and that we've talked about before. You guys achieved something wild just a little bit ago, and so this is the part where I pull and the confetti falls and the balloons fall and the crowd goes wild, and we have to do this virtually, so pretend. But I want you to tell us what awesome milestone you just achieved. And we're all going to give you a cheer for that. Tell us about it. And Daisy, I want it to come from your own lips.
We did our rolling, I think is how you say it, rolling 30-day sales was, we just crossed over the $100,000 rank. I mean, $100,000 milestone.
Right.
Okay.
Yay.
Could it be said like this? You just did a 30-day 100K.
Oh, yay. Yeah, that sounds much better.
30-day 100K.
30-day 100K. I mean, I see a 30-day 100K. All you have to do is do 12 of those, and you're a $1.2 million seller. You know, you could do a little less than 12 and still be a gold lanyard seller. You might not want to. Some people don't want to be full-time Amazon sellers, but it is absolutely possible, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Well, we talked about that, right? We just said, look at that volume. And of course, you know, you got to have that volume in order to reach those numbers. And we're actually closer to 120 now, which is even better. The Amazon app has us at 112. We have another app that counts all of the sales up, and it's at 119.9 or something. So
Beautiful.
today was payday. I think it's 300 and some dollars. So I think that's our largest check. But you know, we've got a lot of folks ahead of us that are a mentor, and we're looking at their taillights, and again, learning from the folks in the tribe. I mean, again, it's work as much as you want to work. You know, put the systems in place, and you can scale however high you want to go. So the information is there. You just have to take action, and there's some things we still need to implement, and you know, we're trying to figure that out for 2021. But you know, it'll be exciting to see what Tribe 5 is about. And with the marketplace, I think it's a brilliant idea to share ideas and share resources and things like that. So the tribe gets better and richer every time. I mean,
Right.
I don't know how you can top Tribe 4, but I know it will be topped. That's how it works. So
For me, even if we just do the same thing and just master it, you know. You know, Gary has this brilliant saying, you know, learn the tools, master the art. And it's brilliant because there's such a process to even learning the tools. You know, I'm thinking of Ruth Narveson right now, and she helped us learn ACE and Insight and Google Sheets and how that connects. And for OA shopping, making those things a lot more simple. I'm thinking about Linda Nielsen, you know, and how she came in and she taught MF and Fulfilled by Merchant, and really opened up a whole realm of sales that many folks would probably have never had the courage to go into. You know, thinking of course, our boys that are, we're teaching on Keep, and we're teaching on the repricers and those sorts of tools. Very, very powerful tools. But then after that is that art, the place where you get so good at what you do, you've actually got other people doing it for you. So
Yep.
then you sort of begin to replace yourself, work yourself out of a job, you know, and then your business keeps growing and keeps growing, and it's not your muscles having to do it anymore. That really is the mastery that we all really need to get to, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, I like the hustle. Don't you kind of like the hustle when you're out there finding a deal, or you're you know, you hit something in the store and you're like, you know, now I got 6 carts of something and I never meant to. I'm just trying to buy a gallon of milk.
Right.
You know, that's just kind of fun, you know, to
It
know
is.
that anywhere you are, you can just scoop up money. It's just there. People are walking right by it. And it's there for us since we've learned how to tap into that. But then on top of that, you know, it's kind of fun when you have somebody else doing it too, and you don't have to.
Right.
So
Right.
that's the place. Sometimes you have to get through the grind of the hustle to get yourself to the place where then you can start replacing. And that's what Gary calls mastering the art.
Yep.
Well, guys, you really have grown a lot. This is your first your first 30-day 100+ K now, 120K. and it will just continue from there. Do you think it's possible, Steve? Tell me the truth, the honest to God truth. Do you think it's possible for Daisy's business to do a rolling or a 30-day 150K?
I think it's possible, yes. I mean, we'll see where we finish the year, but there's still a couple good weeks in January to come. So, I mean, if we keep that trajectory, I mean, it's possible, yes. I mean, I looked at our numbers too. I mean, we averaged 300K a year, 325. I mean, this year we're on tap right now to hit over 500K. So some extra growth there. So, our first
You're
our
going to
first
get a
half of the
totally
year.
different lanyard color this year.
Well, we just get half. We just get half of a gold lanyard.
You get well, you know what we call that one? We call that one a purple lanyard.
Okay.
So the
So
half mil is, and that's a beautiful lanyard, by the way.
yeah.
A 500K lanyard. Daisy,
Yeah.
did you think you would be doing this kind of business?
No.
I mean, really, he just said it's you that's doing this, and you have that power in you now because you're feeling it more and more and feeling that confidence. I really love that, Steve, that you have empowered her to step out of her comfort zone. You've given her that safe place to step out of her comfort zone and face that fear, move past that fear, make great buying decisions, make great repricing decisions, and grow a real business.
Well, as her husband, I mean, I wouldn't just let anybody help her, right? So, I mean, the tribe is a safe place, and I don't have any qualms or concerns knowing she's going to get led astray or make some catastrophic business decision because she listened to somebody in the tribe. If anything, it's going to be totally the opposite. It's going to help her make more money and avoid pitfalls, right? So,
Right.
that's what I love about tribe. And because I've been home more this year, it's I'm more engaged with her and with tribe. But yeah, it's a great place for people to learn, and especially the fear-based people, they can learn to overcome their fears. She has grown so much as a person. I'm extremely proud of her. To say that she's got a 500K business, with, I mean, we have a prepper, we had some OA buyers, and some, there's some things we're going to go back and retool. But yeah, she was starting to grow it more and more, and I'm super proud of her. And I have you and Gary and the tribe to thank. It's not me, it's the tribe. So thank you guys. Appreciate your support and help for Daisy and our business. It means a lot to me.
You know, Gary and I get a lot of credit, and we basically don't deserve it. Um, what we do deserve is the credit for somehow attracting the very best sellers. I don't know how that's happened, but the very, very best sellers are here. And I love how careful people are with each other, how respectful, how empowering people are. People don't try to disempower you. Um, they try to help you solve problems. Um, and then you turn around and try to help other people solve problems. It really works like a family. It's the only way to say it. I mean, like a family should work, not a dysfunctional family,
Right.
but a really working family. And I'm always blessed to know that we've been a part of that. And Gary and I've talked sometimes that, I'm kind of like the mama and he's kind of like the papa, even though he's my brother and I'm his sister. It's like we get to take care of these people in our family, and then watch them grow. Your son just had a birthday the other day, and you got to go out, take him out, and I see all these posts, from different people's lives, and it just brings me joy. Um, and then when I see a post like Daisy posting 100K in 30 days, it just makes me want to just dance, just just put a little jig on, because I know that's something, you don't want to see me dance, by the way, but I know then that something here is of value and it's actionable content, and it really does help Amazon sellers move forward. So super, super proud of you, Daisy.
Thank you.
I wish I could give you a hug.
I'll give you one.
Give her a hug, will you, Dave?
That's from Gay.
Give her
This is for me.
just give her a pat on the back, and
Good job, baby.
and a big shout out. Yeah, and Steve, I've loved how you're always so proud of Daisy and you're always promoting her. It just brings a lot of joy to my heart to see you guys loving each other so well. Daisy, is there anything you'd like to say to Amazon Seller Tribe members who are a little more shy, a little more fear-based? What would you say to them that would help them move forward?
Don't let that stop you from growing. Don't be fearful when you're in the store. Something that I feel that I have done this year is going up to managers and asking them, explaining, I'm a bulk buyer, and that's something that I would have never done before. And so much
that's big.
That's wonderful.
By myself, there's times where some of the shoe stores, he's come with me before, but there was one shoe store in general that I went to, and I think I shared this story with you. It was the end of the day. I was tired. I'd never been in there before, and I just said, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do it. And that has been like probably our best money-making store that we have, but had I said, oh, I'm tired, I'm just going to go home, that we wouldn't be where we are today. And different people that I've met here in the tribe. I think about Beth. You had wanted me to meet Beth.
Keith and Beth Amos.
And
I think I looped you guys up together, didn't I?
You did. Yep. In Kentucky. It was great.
Yep.
So she's so sweet. She's been sharing things with me, and so just different connections. That was a big thing, going to the conference, because I'm not outgoing, but I just told myself before we went, I said, you got to learn, and so you've got to go and go up to people and talk to them and ask them questions. What are you struggling with? What's a way that you might do something that I could glean from that? So I just enjoyed that so much, being able to hear what other people do. And anytime we get together, or any of these trainings and all, you learn new techniques, but you got to be able to ask for help if you need it. That's the biggest thing, and not worry. Part of me could say, oh, you've been in the business for all these years. Why don't you know that yet? But I don't, or I haven't practiced it enough to do it. So you just have to get out there and don't let fear stop you from going into a store to ask for a discount or tell what you're doing.
That's right.
Or tax exempt.
Yes, that's another one.
That's right.
That was another big thing, Daisy. She's like, I'm not gonna ask, and it was like, carry the forms and ask. And so
that's right.
She's pretty much on that now. We've got it pretty much at all the stores now.
Yeah, so. And I asked in the tribe several years ago, what is the verbiage? Because I want to know exactly, what do I say? I gotta have somebody to hold my hand, tell me exactly, what do I say when I walk into, I think you even commented, what do I say when I walk into Ross? What's the exact words did I say when I go into Ross?
Come on.
And I did. And so you just once you do that first time, anything is easy the first time, and then afterwards you're like, why was I so scared to ask that?
Come on, Steve, that just warms your heart, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, and every once in a while she sends me a text if she's going to a new store. She says, "Guess what I got? I got the tax exempt." I'm like, "Yeah, money.
Yep, pa-ching. You
Saved
did
six
it, girl.
percent."
Come on. That's awesome. That's awesome. That changes the bottom line every time.
Oh yeah,
And
lower
it,
that
do-
buy
and,
cost for sure.
and it doesn't hurt to ask unless it's Target or Kohl's or a couple places that you want to fly under the radar, right? And
That's right.
we do teach about that, don't we? So
Yeah.
you do kind of know where not to deal with that. But then there's other ways around that too, with gift cards and cash back and all those kinds of things that you learn about, right?
Yes.
That's right.
So you guys are
So
using
much of the
cash
training
back,
has been invaluable.
right? So you guys are using cash back to pay for your next vacation as soon as COVID lets us travel,
Oh
right?
yeah. No, that was our travel fund for a while. That's what we
Yeah.
would use.
I
That
told,
and obviously hotel points and all that stuff. So
right? Exactly. Makes a big difference. Well, you
That's how
guys,
we pay our shipper, which is
that's
what
right.
Gary taught us.
That's what, come on, come on. There's a lot of good, it's good, no, it's just fine. There's a lot of good nuggets in there, how to run a business, isn't there? So, guys,
right.
I'm super proud of the progress you've made. I'm super proud of you designing a life that you want to live. That's also important. And I know that anytime you want to, you can throw it in another gear, be carrying around a gold lanyard. Um, and then we're going to work out the this gold lanyard handing around, because now all these people graduate to the next level. What was your lanyard when you were in Branson? Do you remember
Last
what
year.
It was Ruby, I think. It
was
was
it Ruby?
like 250, whatever, 250 or 300. I don't know. Something. I think
250?
we
Yeah.
picked 250. So I think it was Ruby.
Okay. Yeah. So that was Sapphire. If it was
Sapphire.
250.
Sorry.
So now you're going to have to hand that 250 to somebody else. You're going to have to hand that Sapphire to somebody else who's moving up, and somebody's going to put a purple on you. The next minute, somebody's going to be putting a gold lanyard around your neck. Daisy, I think you'd look good with a gold lanyard around your neck, girlfriend.
My signature color.
That would be your signature color. And I think what we would do when you hit that gold lanyard, I'm going to have Steve be the one to put it around your neck. Yeah, I'm
I'll
going
do
to.
it.
That's how it's going to be. Steve, thank you for being so proud of Daisy. Daisy, I'm so proud of the growth that you've had and moving forward, asking questions, getting solutions. I'm proud of you for using Marketplace today. And you saw how quickly your problem solved itself.
That's
I
right.
don't,
Tribe.
it
Tribe
was
power.
it was within 30 minutes, I think, wasn't it, of the
It
time
was
you
very
posted
quick.
it, that Sandra and Ryan had the solution for you. So that's Tribe at work.
If you don't
Guys,
ask, you won't know. You don't know what you don't know, right?
come on. You're singing my song there, girlfriend. You're singing my song. Thanks for sitting down with me tonight. We want to celebrate your 120K 30 day now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. So proud of you guys and can't wait to see December 31st, what's going to pop up in your numbers there. Um, I'm very open to to seeing that number, even if it's just a PM, even if you want to just PM it to me, because
All right. We'll share it with you.
that definitely makes me and Gary get happy. So we love you and appreciate you. Thanks for being our valued founding tribe members. And thank you for sitting down with me to interview tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Yep. Thanks so much, Gay. Appreciate you guys all in the tribe. Have a great night.
You too.